Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we're on my lovely sofa, which means unfortunately there are no mods this week and no car shows. I've come onto this video really because I know there was no video last week, and unfortunately someone at my workplace has tested positive for coronavirus, COVID-19, so I am in self-isolation for 10 days, so that completely buggered up my plans to do a video this week. We're only a very small workforce, so it means my work's closed until further notice. It's what's got to happen, I get that. It's all about keeping each other safe, isn't it? So I am housebound for another, what's the day today? Sunday to Friday. So I'm housebound until the 16th of August. I've tested negative on a lateral flow on Friday, and I tested negative on a PCR on Saturday. And I'm going to do another lateral flow on Monday to just double check that I'm all good. But at the moment I've had 2 negatives, which is a positive. So yeah, this video today isn't going to be mods and stuff. I thought, what can I do? And then Ben from Cowabunga Car Diaries gave me a great idea about maybe doing the history of my cars. So, without further ado, let's crack on with it. So, my first ever car was I think it's a Mark II. I'm not sure. I will put a picture up. I'm going to put pictures up of the cars that I have owned, but they're not all going to be pictures of the car I did own. Purely because back when I was learning to drive and actually started driving, I wasn't really massively into cars, so I didn't get a lot of pictures of all of my cars, but there you go. So my first ever car was a Mark II Fiesta, 950cc. It was white, manual choke, all that gubbins. Cracking little car for it. It was a cardboard box on wheels essentially. Like, it was forged from leftover Coke cans. It was that much of a shed. But my dad needed a little car to run to work with. I wanted a car to learn to drive in. So we shared it basically. It was a share car. Had quite a few years, good years of motoring in that. Maybe a year and a half, coming up to 2 years. And then my mum and dad lived on a hill. And as I was coming down that hill, the brake servo decided to just go, no, and there was no brakes. So I decided that I didn't want nothing else to do with that car. It was going to kill me. So off that one went. And then we moved on to, I'd been saving up, and I had, I think it was about £900. Once I paid for all my lessons and everything, I had £900 left over. My mum and dad, bless them, paid for my practical and my theory test. So then I moved on to I think it was a 1.25 or a 1.3. It may even been a 1.6 actually, I'm not sure. It was a Fiesta Ghia. One of the ladies I used to work with, she had it, and her bloke's a stickler for cars. So it's always well maintained. It was brilliant. So I bought that. Had, I think, about a week and a half of driving it, and it was amazing. I absolutely loved it. It was silver, colour-coded bumpers. Oh, it was beautiful. And then I was on my way to pick up my then girlfriend to take her to college, and some man, I literally pulled out of my mum and dad's, drove up the road 400 yards, and some man pulled out of the junction to my left, smashed into the front passenger wing, sent me across the road up a grass bank, nearly into a lamppost. Yeah. Car was a write-off, unfortunately. That's my first car accident as well, so I was very, very shaken up by it. But yeah, I was gutted that I did like that car. So that one went off. The insurance company ripped that one off, so it went to the scrap heap in the sky. So I can't remember how much I got for that. So then I went through, what did I buy then? Then I bought another Fiesta, the same shape. It was just like a 1.2, 1.1, something like that. Manual choke. Nah, it was alright. It was alright. And then one day I went out to start it and it wouldn't start. And it was something to do with the ignition barrel. Now I paid 150 quid for the car, and to fix the ignition barrel it was 180 quid, and I was like, no, see you later. Off that one went to the scrappies. I've not had good history with Fords, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Then I bought another Fiesta. It's a sucker for punishment. Metallic dark blue, really nice. I'll put a picture of it up. I'm not very clued up on the Fiesta models. I loved that one, and I had 6x9s on it, rear LED lights, just like proper. It had a nice set of alloys on it. I absolutely adored it. I slid that one actually into a country wall. I hit a patch of mud and I just went dunk and knackered the passenger front wing, like just a little bit. So anyway, that was fine. I was driving on one day and then clunk, the engine seized, and I was like, what the hell? Turns out the gearbox had a leak, so it wasn't, maybe it wasn't the engine, maybe it was the gearbox, or something went on the engine, it seized. So I bought another engine, had that fitted in it. Same thing happened again, so I was like, oh, for God's sake, off you go. Off that went to the scrappies. Then I dabbled in a couple Fiestas after that, the older models again, just to get me through. And then the last one I had of them broke. So my mum and dad were like, you know what, here we go, we'll give you a couple of, like 500 quid. You can go out. We knew someone that dealt with cars, like second-hand cars, cheap. So I went to have a look, and they had a red Escort. Lovely car, it was a lovely car. And an olive green Daewoo Nexia. Now, if you've ever seen a Daewoo Nexia, they remind me of the really, really, really old shape Astras, like awful shape, disgusting shape. So anyway, I said to our mum, like, oh yeah, I really like the Escort. Mum was like, no, I think the Nexia would be good for you. So they bought the Nexia for me, and truth be told, maybe a bit ungrateful, but I hated that car and I just didn't like it. I didn't fall in love with it, it was awful. Anyway, I had a little bit of a prang in that and ripped that off. And it was an accident. It wasn't, I didn't do it on purpose because I didn't like it. So off that went to the scrappies. Then I purchased a black, and I actually have a picture of this, I'll put it around somewhere, a black Saxo VTR. Yeah, TSW alloys. I bought the whole max power body kit for it, halo headlights, rear Lexus lights. I had a massive subwoofer in the back, neons and stuff on the inside, upgraded CD player, like just absolutely went to town on the thing, spent so much money on it. Had that for 18 months. Really, really good car. Couldn't fault it. By that time I'd met my mate Gary, and he had a, imported MR2 turbo, and the thing was an absolute animal, it was a beast. 2-seater mid-engined, lovely, and I wanted one. Couldn't afford a turbo one, but I thought if I sell the Saxo, I could afford the English 2-litre, just the naturally aspirated one. I think it was a GTI, something like that. So I sold the Saxo to some friends actually, and unfortunately, like a couple of months later, the head gasket went, and honestly, I would never do that to my friends. I had no idea at all. So I sold the Saxo and bought the MR2, wherever I'm going to put that. Again, loved that car. The noise of it, the sound of it, just the engine just behind your head, absolutely insane. Great car to drive as well. Just felt really involved with it. Had some aftermarket wheels on it, which I wasn't fond of, but I didn't have the money to change them. Loved that car. I think I owned that car again for about 18 months to 2 years. I had some alternator troubles with it, so I think actually I owned it, I think it was like 18 months in the end, actually. And I think I drove it for about 9 of them because it was in and out of the garage, and I was like, for God's sake. But that's when I was then hooked on Japanese cars. Absolutely hooked on them. So then I ventured into my first Honda, which was my Honda Prelude V2.2 VTI, 4-wheel steer model. What a car. What a car. I adored it. Metallic blue, white wheels, it'll be here somewhere. I just loved it. It's so rare. Got looks everywhere I went. Everyone, oh yeah, lovely. What a lovely car. And I adored that car. I had a nice custom exhaust system put on it by Josh Cook, who some of you might know now. He's racing in the BTCC. So yeah, fabricated whole exhaust and everything was brilliant. And I absolutely adored that car. Leather interior. Oh, it was just insane. It was just insane. I adored it. But unfortunately, the boots aren't very big, and my youngest son was maybe like 6-7 months to a year old. I just couldn't get the buggy in the boot. Could not get a buggy in the boot. You could get a stroller, but he was too young for a stroller, so I had a little bit of a payout from a PPI claim. So that's when I then went originally to buy an EP3 Type R. Not the most favourite cars in the world, don't get me wrong. They're nice cars, but I wanted one, but the FN2 had been out a while, and I thought, God, it's a dream. And then the money I was looking at to spend on an EP3, yeah, and I was thinking, why would you not have essentially the same rough car with all the digital display, what I thought was air conditioned at the time, folding mirrors, all the gubbins of a modern car, but with the same sort of like essence of the EP3. So it was a no-brainer for me. Mine came up for £3,800, and I was like, wash. I know it was a write-off? Jonathan Wass. A write-off. Wibbly wobbly. I know it was a write-off, but I thought 3.8 was a good price for it. So when I got it, it was pretty much bog standard. I should put a picture up now. And yeah, after 7.5 years of ownership, it's where it is now. Longest car I've ever owned, and touch wood, it's never ever given me any trouble. It really hasn't. Apart from I had to change one shock, I think, on an MOT, say 3 years ago. But as far as I can tell, it was the original shock. Other than that, the car's been good as gold, you know? Can't fault it. Had the extra space that I needed and everything. I love it, really. So yeah, that was my car history, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully, crossed fingers. Oh, no, I'm in isolation for next weekend as well, so we shall have to see what happens next weekend, guys. But yeah, thanks for sticking with me. Not the most interesting video in the world, I know, but I wanted to do something, and I thought, why not? Fill you into a little bit of how Robstervtec came to be a Honda head. So yeah, happy days. Massive thank you to everyone who subscribed recently. 200, we're nearly at 280 subscribers now, guys. I'm flattered, honestly, that so many of you want to watch me. Sounds a bit weird, but yeah, I'm just over the moon. And I would like to say a big good luck to Chris, Ben, Rachel and Katie over at Cowabunga Car Diaries, because if you haven't seen already, they have just started to put together their own business called CCD Car Care. So head over, guys, onto Instagram and Facebook. Links will be in the description below. go and show them some love. I've been chatting to Ben a lot about it, and they have got big plans, guys. You know, they're only getting in the best of the small independent people, like detailing companies, should I say. You know, they're not doing the big ones at the moment. It's just doing the little ones, but they're not ever going to use anything that they don't believe in, or they're not going to sell anything, sorry, that they don't believe in. But yeah, I just over the moon for you guys, and I really hope that it goes well for you. They open on the 18th, and I'll put the address as well in the link down below where their stall's going to be. But yeah, no, head over and give them some love, guys, because they really deserve it. Thank you to Dino Days Performance for sponsoring the channel, as always, because you guys are amazing. Oh, a little shout out as well to Yards. Oh, fudge. I'm going to put his name here. I think it's Yardspeed 13. I'm rubbish at this bit. If you saw my socials, he actually sent me a black gloss black flipping. Oh, what's the matter with me today? A gloss black fuel filler cap cover to match the door handles that Chris and Ben gave me. So bless him, I'm forever in debt to you, my friend. You're a diamond, thank you. And just don't forget about all those independent channels, guys. FM3 Bill, where have you been? Upload some videos, we miss your face. Obviously Cowabunga Car Diaries, they're not little, but Type R Tweaks, Sulk Nation, Alex Ned, oi. FN2 Ops, you know, all these people, Limitations, all these people just keep on smashing on the likes on their videos and stuff. Helps out a lot. If you do like this video, clicky up here, and if you could subscribe, that would mean the world to me. Right, guys, that'll be a me gun then. So I will see you on the next one. Who knows what it'll be? Maybe it'll be, yeah, I don't know what it'll be. I haven't even got a suggestion. So anyway, stay safe, guys. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.